2.
Welcome into our first novice show match, I believe, that we've actually ever hosted on this channel or for CSA. We have a match between a couple close friends, a couple guys who've been teaming for a while. Everyone really knows each other. The Buffalo Bandicoots will be taking on the Miami Makos with me and Nuki on the desk. Nuki, how you doing today?
Hey man, I'm doing good. It's a Monday, but it's always good because when you get Rocket League, it's a little bit better of a Monday. So it's gonna be good, especially for novice tier.
Oh, they say they may have gotten an ad. So let's oh, we're all back. Perfect.
We're back.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome back. Let me pull up the standings really quickly just so we can lay out the matchup here. We have the number 3 seeded and the team that lost in the finals of our novice major, the Miami Makos, with 51 points, taking on the Buffalo Bandicoots at number 8 in novice. However, they actually didn't win a game. So if they had even won one, they'd be right in that top 5 with them. So these are some of the best teams in novice, hands down. You got any predictions before we get into this, Nuki? What do you think's going on?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I might have seen these guys play, but I could be completely wrong. I have a feeling that maybe Makos are gonna take this, but Bandicoots are pretty aggressive when it comes to that franchise. Most games I've seen them play, so right now I'm gonna sit on Makos, and I could be wrong, but this could be caster curse moment, but it should be good.
It's gonna be interesting too because the Buffalo has Sedge RL subbing in for Focus, both incredible players. I don't think there's gonna be any drop off in skill at all there. Sedge actually just hit like his all-time peak clip the other day, so that was really cool.
Man.
And also the Makos have a brand new player in Jay. After they go Game 7, losing the finals of the major, one of their best players, Paco, has to end up leaving the league due to work scheduling. So they immediately replace him with a guy named Jay, extremely mechanical, but new to the team. They also have Icy subbing in. So it's kind of Quaza in a thrown together roster, but there's a lot of talent out there. And I'm really curious. I think it's going to go the distance. I think it's going Game 5 no matter what. Nuki, anything else that you want to say? I guess I'll give my prediction. You said Miami.
Yeah. Do your prediction.
I'm gonna go Buffalo in 5. I think that they're gonna make a little bit of a statement here. And is there anything else that you would like to get off your chest before we get into these matches?
Off my chest.
Oh, happy belated Mother's Day to everyone. Woo!
Yeah. Wait, was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Or was that today?
Wait, that was yesterday.
Oh, happy belated Mother Biddays to everybody. That's what I'll get off my chest, Rob.
Perfect. All right. Well then, without further ado, if everyone in our match is ready, which it seems that they are, let's get our first ever novice show match underway. Buffalo Bandicoots in the blue, Miami Makos in the orange, and just like that, we have car soccer.
It's always good when we have car soccer on the field.
Absolutely, and it's always good when Jay gets a control touch like that, looking for a double off the sidewall, gets it past one. Icy now with some quick support, gets some control, gets it past another. Could be a shooting opportunity already for Buffalo, or for Miami. Not gonna have it, but Quaza almost finds the back of the net. Sedge now grabs the control, and immediately this is a lot faster pace than I was expecting this lobby to be, Nuki.
For novice tier, man, I was casting novice tier last night, and my team for Stallions, they took it. So it's already going to be aggressive. There's going to be bumps left and right. There's going to be a lot of missed touches that you weren't expecting, but that's exactly what you would actually kind of see in novice tier. I mean, we had Quaza already on the attack. Now we have Jay following Icy. Icy with a nice flick, possible shot, and it does hit the back of the net. Straight on through. Bandicoots on the board already. That's 45 seconds in.
Actually, if you want to give him a little swapski on the barrel for me.
No.
No worries at all. The team names are correct in lobby. They're just swapped with color on the stream. So that is actually Miami Makos going up 1-0 early as Newt makes a great save and Sedge is there for support. So Miami up 1 early in the series. Quaza looking to kind of set the pace and set the tone, playing very fast, Jay is also extremely mechanical, especially for this tier. He's someone who, so CSA seasons, right? They're probably about, as Icy. Oh my goodness. They're probably about, I don't know, 3 months. So you can improve a lot. And Jay is one of the players who has, as we see a sidewall coming out, his salary is $1350 because his peak going into this Rocket League season was about $1380. Now he just hit $1530 in twos, $1400 in threes, and almost champ in ones. So he's someone who, for Novice especially, those ranks outperform his salary, and I think he's going to be a monster on this Miami team, filling that Paco slot easily as Quaza shuts it down on the goal line and almost finds a free one.
So close.
Yeah.
That was so close. I see trying to take it off the back wall, trying to play it forward. Quaza following him up. We're already seeing Quaza and Icy back and forth with pass plays right now from Miami. Man, the colors are going to be so weird, but don't worry. The same teams and the same thing is going to be happening right now. Lavender trying to play it upfield. Jay, a nice save, cutting it off to the side. A pinch from Sedge and Quaza. Maybe it was somebody else. Right now, it's so fast. Novice playing quicker than I was expecting them to be. Normally, I see this from Superstar, but it's absolutely insane. Already off the bat, halfway through the match.
The confidence and speed and support, especially from a group who I think has... They just played a different match right before this, so I think they just played their first game together. The confidence and speed and support and spacing of this Miami team is really impressive. Currently, they are out shooting Buffalo 6-2 just halfway through. You can see their support in their pace, their passing, coming through with their pressure. But I have to wonder, as Buffalo continues to get warm and continues to understand each other a little bit better, will this pressure subside, or will it stay, as Sedge actually beats all three with one touch, puts that one in an open net, and we have our equalizer, our substitute, 500 points in 3.5 minutes, making his presence known, dominating this lobby.
Now putting Buffalo, Miami, tied on the leaderboard. It's anybody's game. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And both teams been super aggressive all over the field, both offensively and defensively. It's kept them even. And now if nobody can score again, we're going to see it possible. No, it's Jay who puts it through. No overtime just yet. And now Miami has to hold off Bandicoots, which of course they're not going to let off the gas now. They're going to be looking for that equalizer goal, pushing it back to overtime. But Miami focusing on defense here is going to be their best goal and best bet with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. They're definitely not going to have a problem doing so. They've been extremely well sitting back on defense. Icy looking to take it off the back wall. Sedge trying to meet him just a little low. Icy continuing it straight off the side.
Oh, good pass
and
as
Nuke
well.
passing it up to Lavender. Lavender looking for maybe a flipper set. It's off the backboard. Pass down. It's straight in front of the goal, but it's a save.
Now Sedge gonna be left alone. Quaza's gonna have to try to get him beat. What a save on the other end from Sedge. Icy with the follow. Newt shutting it down again. And both of these teams, I know Novice is good, but oh my god, I am kind of starstruck, I suppose. I did not expect, like I said at the beginning of this, as another great save comes out from Jay, both of these teams moving at a pace much more similar to Superstar or Professional. Really impressive stuff. Icy in particular, some of his control touches either in the air, off the wall, same with Jay and I mean, there's been some really impressive mechanics and pace to this. I'm curious to see if we can get a little bit more intent. A lot of solo plays, a lot of beats, but if we can start working together, as a shot into the top corner comes out from Lavender Lambs. As I'm talking about passing and supporting, Jay's gonna put that one into space. Icy's not gonna be there as he's grabbing boost, and Lavender makes them pay, putting it top right in the equalizer with just 12 seconds left on the clock.
Exactly what I said just a couple seconds ago. Buffalo's gonna have their money made for him. Sedge looking for the back of the net, and he does get it as a possible, just a little shy save from Miami. Jay just a little short, and Sedge able to get there in time. It now puts Buffalo ahead after they fought so hard to get the equalizer goal. Now Miami's going to have to do the same with only 9 seconds left on the clock.
Oh
Game
my
one is going to
gosh.
be and a Sedge pinch is what we're going to say. Already puts Buffalo 2 up. I think that's going to be the dagger making game one Buffalo.
Imagine winning a game with 12 seconds remaining and then losing it by 2. Like, not tied. Like, they just gave up 3 goals in 8 seconds. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was almost the chance that they needed. Jay. Oh my gosh. That's still going to be 1 short.
That was good.
A flurry of shots, a flurry of goals in the last about 20 seconds of this match is going to leave this, what was originally a low-scoring match, into a 4-3 win for Buffalo in game 1. Really impressive stuff from Buffalo to maintain composure. And Sedge, the super sub, with 800 points in our first game. 3 goals, 4 saves, 4 shots. I mean, this is what you do, right? You come in, you're confident. They do get outshot 8-11, but that's a lot of pressure from both sides, a lot of saves from both sides, and Sedge really making his presence known. A free agent right now might find his way onto a roster.
I mean, for the performance, that kickoff goal, that was already pretty impressive as it was. Like, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the GM out there was keeping their eye out and maybe wanted to pick him up after this.
Yeah, absolutely. 800 is crazy. Do we want to tell them to swap colors really quickly?
That would be cool if they could. If they could, that would be absolutely awesome, because I can then everything would line up properly. They're willing to do that?
Yeah, they are. Jay's just sitting there on the field, though. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We got a remake now. Unlucky. Yeah. So just for the future, if you are ever on stream, keep an eye on. Jay's on console. Unlucky, so he can't see chat. I would have been nice if his teammates who did see chat and did change teams would have told him. That would have been nice.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
It's okay. Well, so we can, I guess now that we have all left, I can, well, they can, because they made the lobby, remake with, all right, lobby's back up, joining back. Bang. It's just to make sure that our colors are all right on the stream, so all the viewers can see what we're looking at. I believe they swapped. Do you remember what team we need to join which color in particular for this overlay?
Yes. The Miami would need to play on blue and Buffalo would need to play on orange.
Perfect. So they hit a little swap. All good. Go, 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 go. Perfect. Okay. So getting into that, game 1 was already crazy. Now going into game 2, yeah, we have a Buffalo 1-0 lead. Miami looking to bounce back, and I think that they can. They had a lot of pressure, a lot of passing coming through as the kickoff is going to stall, and Lavender actually gets dunked on this. I wouldn't be surprised to see Miami bounce back and take this, but that's also a really demoralizing loss, potentially, as Icy overplays 2 of them. Still keeps that mid. Might be a shooting opportunity for Quaz. It's going to be open. Not able to get a shot off here, and a counterattack now for Buffalo. Jay, though, turns it into a solo play, has boost, gets 1 touch, gets to the ceiling, looks for another. Icy's going to get a beat off the bar. Jay off the bar as well. And Quaz puts Miami up 1. We've seen this before. They got a hold. The pressure's there. The support is amazing. Icy might be sad he doesn't get the assist for that one, but doesn't really matter. Miami up 1 early. We've seen it. Like I said, they've got the pressure, they've got the passes, they got a hold though. They can't take their foot off the gas.
They got to be able to keep exactly where they are. And aggression coming in from the first game, especially after being down trying to keep momentum and shutting down the momentum from series score that Buffalo has is the big idea. Trying to put themselves back to a level playing field and being able to keep the lead they have with the score now is going to be most important. Lavender looking for a possible pass. Sedge looking for the corner. A great save from Quaza, sends it out to the wall. Possible follow-up. Great 50 from Newt. Over to Jay now, looking for the redirect. Puts it just a little bit shy of the corner again. Lavender with a nice clear. It puts her right back onto the defensive line for Miami. Already a lot of aggression from both of these teams. Miami being up 1 early is going to be the best bet. And Rob, I mean, Buffalo having the first game, I already said Miami was going to have it. Sedge, a nice shot, tying us up already with a minute and 30 seconds in.
So what I'm noticing is that this Miami team is crazy. They have some unbelievable speed, some unbelievable pressure, but what they don't have is a safety net. So they're keeping this ball on the half of Buffalo for the entire game, but if it ever does get out, it seems to be a goal. And Sedge is doing a really good job of finding these counterattacks as almost another one comes through, and it still might as Lavender does get rejected by Quaza. And so if Miami's able to just slow it down a little bit on the defensive end, their offense is unbelievable. The support, the speed, the mechanics, the touches, they are beauteous. However, they gotta make sure that they're not leaving themselves exposed at the back. As Icy takes a 50, Sedge is cleaning it up. There might be nobody back. Jay, though, is gonna have Quaza last on his own. It could be one of those counters we're talking about. Nobody there for either team. So the opening doesn't end up punishing them, but that was another scary one for Miami.
Right now, both teams staying extremely aggressive, extremely consistent on their offense and defense. Lavender looking for that pass out, but Icy, nice save and clear. Having a little bit of lag on my end here. Rob, you might have to take over.
Icy gets a control touch, looking for the reset, gets it. Shut down by Newt, though. Rejected. Jay, looking for a control touch into his corner, takes the boost. Unfortunate backflip here. Sedge with a great 50. Newt, not able to get a shot off. Does keep it mid, though. Quaza shutting down any threat here. Jay following up. Dunked by Lavender Lamps. Quaza now back up to Jay. Back mid off the backboard. Could be awkward. Newt gets one touch, gets a follow. Quaza, though, not letting him get it out of his third. Lavender doing just that, has full boost, misses the boost and the ball, unfortunately, not the touch or rotation he's looking for there. Icy, though, shuts down once more. Has a 2v1 here. That's going to be past Newt. Jay is going to walk that one in. And as we're talking about easy goals for Buffalo, Miami is going to find their easiest of the series so far. All 3 players on Buffalo, 0 boost, putting it just out of the reach of their third defender, and Jay's going to walk that one in for a familiar 2-1 lead for Miami, but not necessarily a safe one.
No, Miami just needing to hold that lead, as we were talking earlier at the beginning of the match, but they had to regain it again after Buffalo got the tie. Now Buffalo seeking for that tie again. It's just like the first game. Sedge taking it off the ceiling, a great intercept from, oh man, a nice shot from Newt. Oh, it's just shy off the post, though. Now Quaza able to take possession. Sedge there looking for the pass out. It's just sitting right there on the line for Makos. And for Buffalo to make the shot, Mako's holding great defense. Holding the line, it's going for a far goal. It's just off the post. And it's shy again. Mako's still battering with offense, not wanting to let up the lead at all.
Yeah, the pressure is just insane as Quaz is looking for a solo play, might find it, shut down again. I've talked about it several times, but this Miami team finding a gap right there as Icy puts that one top corner. Their upside right now, like if you told me that this was a GC2 team, I wouldn't bat an eye. If you showed me a couple of these goals that they've scored, I would say of course they are. But if you showed me some that they've conceded, I would also say that they're not. So the upside is really high, which is typically not something that you see off of rosters that haven't played together, as a musty 50 comes through for Icy as well as a bump. Quaza playing that safer third as we were talking about. Oh, but takes an awkward turn. Sedge slows it down. Good coverage from Icy. And that's that safety that we're looking for from this Miami team that they're missing. Is an unbelievable reset pass from Icy to Quaza, finds a backboard. Jay now looking for his own mechanical outplay. Back to the other corner, keeping pressure again. Icy now, full boost on ball, looking for another 50. Full boost on ball again as Jay is going to find the top corner. This support is crazy, Nuki. This is a really, really powerful offense.
My jaw's kind of on the floor right now. I mean, Buffalo took the first game. Miami coming back and just, well, I wouldn't say sweeping, but I mean, with a 3-goal lead in the second game, they're definitely punching back and not letting Buffalo walk all over them. Of course, they have to be able to take it as Sedge hits the net. Of course, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but a nice 0-second goal is nothing to say no about, as we've seen Sedge all over the field. But Miami taking the second game, it puts the level playing field back together in series score, and they're not sitting down low. They don't have to worry about Buffalo getting that second game and only needing a third. Now they just need 2 games, and from what we've seen here, Rob, I'm seeing a very big possibility of that happening.
Yeah, that was another 12 shots out of Miami. So I believe that they had 11 shots in game 1, 12 shots in game 2. Some really, really impressive, particularly offense out of these guys. Like you said, your jaw's kind of on the floor. I feel that. Like I have not seen this team function like this at any point. I'm really impressed by Quaza in particular. One of, I believe, Lavender Lamps, Quaza, and Newt are the only 3 players to not technically have hit GC before. Although Newt has been playing at or around that level for quite some time, doesn't really play ranked. Quaza is somebody who's been really working to improve, and I haven't seen him be able to keep up with teammates like this before. He's had better teammates than Jay and Icy. He teamed with a guy named Justo, who just hit SSL. He teamed with a guy named BLT, who's hit GC3. And with both of them, he had struggled a little bit to keep up. And these players are really impressive mechanically and individually, and he's doing a much better job than I personally expected. So I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to keep that up. And conversely, I'm curious to see if Sedge is going to be able to have another one of those trademark performances to put his team back on track.
We're definitely
he could do that right here, though.
Absolutely. He was taking it up. Jay with a nice interception, still trying to keep it forward. Newt able to take possession to the wall, trying to keep the ball alive, and a pass out to Sedge, but Icy is there. We've seen Icy all over defense, and like you were saying, Quaza performing really great with these teammates, and a powerful shot from Sedge, punching right through the defense, puts Buffalo on the board really early on, and that's exactly what they were needing.
It's just a great 50 from Lavender Lamps into the guy that we were looking to step up again for this Buffalo team. Interesting, we're looking at him, Sedge, to step up when he's the sub, right? But he is the highest salary player on the team. He's replacing Focus, who's in our chat. Hi, Focus. And so it's cool to see the team functioning in a similar way. Focus is a really individually dominant player. Check him out on TikTok. He's a freestyler, hits a lot of crazy stuff. And so it's interesting to see Sedge kind of taking that offensive role as Joe looking for a redirect double tap. Not going to find it, but it does cause a couple panic jumps out of Buffalo. Sedge, though, regaining composure incredibly well. Gets a demo. Jay now looking for one-touch pass to Quaza. Icy all alone at the back end. Jay looks to gather boost, but Icy does get control. Looks for a 50 of his own. Has some support, but Newt now looking for his own solo play over to Sedge. Might be a shooting opportunity, not able to find the connection he's looking for, but really, really threatening offensive play. But now Icy on the counterattack. Quaz looking for a bump and a boost steal. Icy looks for the flip reset, gets a 50. Not the support, but again, really dominant offensive pressure applied from Icy and this Miami roster.
Waza trying to get there with a shot, but Newt, nice save. Jay still keeping it steady lines. Sedge trying to take possession.
Oh, it's going to be open.
Jay, a nice redirect coming from the Miami Makos. That was a great, great play. A nice play to get them tied up to the Buffalo Bandicoots. I'm a little tongue-tied from it's such a great team pass play coming from Novice here right now, Rob, and we're seeing great performance like we were talking earlier. And coming into game 3, both of these teams fighting. Icy taking possession. Nice flick up, looking for a pass.
And I think,
But
it's
it's
Lavender
just a little short.
It's a dunk. Could be threatening here for Buffalo now. Oh, Newt's gonna have an open one. He'll say thank you very much for that. What Miami's doing so well is what a lot of lower ranked players, I say lower ranked, I mean not superstar and above, like GC2 and below. What they're doing so well is that they are not looking for passes. They are looking to beat the opponent to space, and they are occupying the space as Quaza occupies the space, tosses one to the top part of the net. And here, right, Jay just gets it past the defenders, and Quaza it's not about saying, oh, this is to you, Quaza. This is to space. You are already in that space and just dominating again on offense, really working together in a really impressive way. As Sedge, these teams are having success for different reasons, and it's really interesting to see that clash of play styles, but both finding success.
Sedge taking it off the ceiling, trying to get it out. A nice save from Icy. Lavender there to put it right back, though, trying to get it sent out. Sedge looking for it, but a nice save from Jay. Newt still with the follow. It's still there, but Jay, another nice save. Staying right on the defensive line, not wavering a bit. Keeping Miami tied up and not letting Buffalo try and take the lead again. Sedge still staying alive. Trying to pass it out. Lavender for the shot. Jay still there again. We're seeing insane defense from Jay. Absolutely incredible from Miami. Icy looking for a pass out. Newt, nice save. Defense coming from both of these teams right now. Like you were saying, the performance from them is insane. Wow, what a save coming from Icy again on Miami.
Yeah, and you can't say his name enough, right? Right as you get done. Oh my goodness, a pass out to Jay. Almost an unbelievable shot. Maybe he was looking for a little bit of a double tap there, but Sedge now going to be left with some space. Quaza shutting it down. Ball rolls into the corner. Icy now opts to fake challenge. No threat going to be here as Buffalo's leaving them alone. Icy going to have a one-on-one with Newt. Takes it to the sky. Lavender does apply some pressure, not leaving Newt back. Accidental pinch all the way back from Jay. Could be a little bit awkward here. Icy now left alone against Lavender Lamps. Lavender gets it around one, and Sedge puts his team back on top once more. And we asked for him to step up 700 points in that one game that they won, game 1. And now he has 450 with 6 shots and 2 goals. So Sedge again making his presence known. And just a little bit of a support gap on defense coming out from this Miami team. And I think that both of these rosters have a serious chance to go the distance in Novice. I obviously have not watched every Novice team play. I obviously don't know everybody. I don't know the way that every single team operates. As a great infield pass isn't quite going to find its destination. But both of these teams I have been thoroughly impressed by. And
Are you speaking playoffs?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I am. I'm speaking...
Oh, man!
I wouldn't be surprised to see either of them in the conversation for favorite to win it all as we go forward. Both of these teams shattering my expectations for the Novice tier, frankly. Oh, it's Icy. Mike looks to do it again.
Well. Oh, man. Quaza passing out. Jay there for the stall. It's just floating. Sedge, great clear. Keeping Buffalo with that lead. It's only 10 seconds left, and Miami is going to have to make something happen. Lavender still keeping it on the wall for Miami. Icy trying to take control. Sedge putting it for a possible pass. It's still alive. It's still up. Newt to the corner. Oh, it was so close for a 0-second, but Buffalo going to be the team to take game 3. Taking the lead again in series score.
Worth noting that I believe that's the first game of the series that Buffalo has had more shots than Miami. Outshooting them 9-7. So still fairly close. Still a lot of shots coming out of both of these teams. But that is going to be match point now. As Buffalo is up 2-1 in the series. So Miami, they need it. They need it now. They got to win a couple, 2 in a row. to be exact, but they've shown that they have the ability to. The offensive pressure is there. There's just a couple of these defensive lapses, right, where they're this close on defense. They're not quite supporting each other. There's little gaps. There might be a pass midfield when someone is going, like maybe looking to pass to each other, pass back, and someone might be going for corner boost, and so it gives Buffalo an open shot. And I will say, I think what Miami is trying to do is more impressive than what Buffalo is trying to do, but Buffalo is executing at a higher degree. I'm really curious to see how this series continues to play out, as now it's Miami do or die, right? So should be tough. We'll see where we're at. And you called a Miami Game 5 win. I called a Buffalo Game 5 win. Let's see if we even get that Game 5 that we're looking for.
Buffalo could take it right here and now. For all we know, it doesn't take much. Miami, though, going to have to be clawing back just to tie it up and put us to Game 5. And right now, a pass out from Jay, but Newt's going to be the one to meet it. Sedge sends it to the corner, tries for the redirect, comes up a little short, and Icy able to take control. Buffalo already being extremely aggressive, trying to put the defense out forward. A pass out to Icy, going to take possession, but Newt there with a nice save. Jay still keeping it alive, looking for a shot off the backboard. They're pulling out every stop right now, Rob, especially just for the first 30 to 40 seconds of the game. Miami trying to get an early lead, and so is Buffalo. Buffalo's still trying to take the whole series right now.
Yeah, I know I keep saying I'm curious, but this team, I feel like Buffalo has been frankly outplayed by Miami for the vast majority of this series, but finds themselves up. The midfield play and the offensive pressure and the backboard touches and the individual play of Miami has been incredibly impressive, as Quaza almost finds the back of the net on a great backboard pass from Icy. But this Buffalo team, by working so well together and never leaving anybody alone, isn't giving Miami any space to breathe or any chance to even capitalize on offense. It's really impressive, and I didn't expect it from a team who hasn't played together that much.
Yeah, we are definitely seeing a lot of good chemistry right now. Oh, what a possible shot. That was close. Great save from Newt. Sedge going to take possession up in the air, looking for it over the head. A possible flipper set just shy to the right. Icy going to try and take possession, goes under Lavender, and Newt there to greet him. Newt off the wall, takes it over toward the backboard, looking for the double, but it's just a little too low. And right now, Buffalo and Mako sitting even unless that hits. Lavender's still keeping it alive. Nobody from Buffalo except Sedge to meet it, and it stalls out in the midfield, right? Oh, Sedge still trying to keep it alive. A possible low. Wow, Buffalo not letting Miami breathe at all, and it's keeping them under pressure.
Yeah, Miami finally had a chance on the counterattack there. Unfortunate pop-up on a sidewall. Doesn't quite let the pass come through. It's going to be an open net for Icy, actually.
Icy!
And he's going to just toss that one in the bottom corner. Great support. Sedge finds himself a little bit awkward, probably misreading that one a little bit. A little weird bounce, trying to dodge the bump. Newt not being able to get back. Lavender obviously not expecting Sedge to miss. He will not miss those more often than not. And Miami gets almost gifted one. They need one, right, to keep this series alive, as they're down 2-1 in the series, in this 5-game series. And that might be just what they need to feel a little bit more confident, to take a little bit of a deep breath in this must-win Game 4.
Yeah, Newt's going to push it to the left or to the right wall. Sedge still trying to keep it downfield. And with Buffalo running out of boost, they had to rotate back. Lavender pushing it forward, looking for the pass. Quaza there to stall it with a nice save to the sidewall. Jay to meet him. Sedge picking it up off of Jay, looking for a flipper set, but it's a great 50 from Quaza. And now Jay sending it downfield. Right now, Miami staying alive, keeping their defense strong. A powerhouse shot. That was just shy of going in, but a nice catch from Quaza. Yeah, Miami's sitting very steady on defense, not trying to over push, but Buffalo not letting up at all, looking for any opportunity for a shot.
I will say that is the second or third time now in the last couple minutes that Miami has been caught out without a third man, but the ball just didn't find its way into the back of the net. There was a full bang across the field, just, oh, great 50 from Quaza. Not quite going to have the support that he needs, but this Miami third man is creeping upfield a little bit, and it's something to keep an eye on because that could be the downfall. We've talked about them giving up a couple too easy of goals, and I worry that might be the downfall of them as we head into the final minute here. But you know, sometimes the best offense is a great defense. But again, Quaza, I mean, if that bump came through, right, it was completely open. There it is now. It could still be, not quite, but again, that lack of a third, being able to keep that ball in is just, it's really scary for me. I obviously want this game to go 5. I want content. I think it's fun, but it's if you're Miami and you really need to win this, you gotta get someone out on the ball. Oh my goodness! Again, just a small gap on defense, not quite being exploited. Newt though, not gonna get the bump he needs. Sedge gonna keep it in, looks for another 50, gets it around 1. Icy shuts it down, and we will be seeing a game 5.
Man, you were talking about it. You were talking about it a little while back about seeing, but was it Buffalo? You said Buffalo taking the victory in game 5, correct?
I did, yeah.
You know, honestly, we're seeing a possibility of that though. Buffalo always having that back and forth, but I do still think with Miami fighting as aggressively as they are, they could take it in game 5. I mean, they held the defense like we've been talking in game 1, 2, and 3. They had the goal. They held defense so well that it got them the victory with just the 1 goal. That's all it took. And now it's coming down to game 5 if they can maybe do the same thing, if they're going to get a breakaway. But Buffalo has not let up. I mean, we were seeing them pelt the back of the net and try and get past defense the entire last game.
Yeah, I think that for me, this game comes down to if Miami is able to play their game. I mentioned it last game without overcommitting. It's hard. That's the hardest thing to do in Rocket League, right? How can I shoot the ball without putting my car out of defense? And so it's really difficult to do. But when you have 3 people, there is a way to do it. And if Miami is able to stay solid on defense, I think they take this series. And then conversely, I think that if Buffalo is able to take a little bit more control of the ball and be more decisive and intentional when it's those 2v1s and those 3v1s, they take the series. It's going to come down to who can execute better, who can live up to their advantage, who can play their game and force the hand of the opposition in this game 5. 2-2 between 2 of the best teams in the tier. Let's see how it goes.
We're already seeing a lot of aggression from both of them. Buffalo happening to have to sit back as Quaza was pushing them back, and a shot from Jay seeking an early lead for Miami, and it is going to hit. Miami taking the early goal right now after having that victory for tying up the series. They're not letting up. They're riding that momentum, and that is a little bit of an adrenaline and a high that they can definitely take from that, having that great comeback, taking it into game 5. And right now Buffalo's going to have to... Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, you're
the weight
good.
off your shoulders from scoring first in the game 5 is immense. They might score second too. Oh my goodness, as Newt is going to find the back of the net. You know, so now both goals for both teams were off of an overcommit from third. Right, as we were talking about the name of the game, Jay finds himself creeping up, doesn't quite see that touch possibility from Newt, and that's going to be an open one on the way back. And just like Jay's shot, Lavender Lamp was crept out of net, and he had a great placement shot to the back corner. So again, who was able to play more solid? Who was able to just cover those gaps a little bit more as another 3 shot comes in?
Hits the back of the net. We have a game on our hands here. Early goals coming out from both teams so quickly in less than 50 seconds in the beginning of game 5. They're fighting for it. Neither of them are wanting to let it up. And like you said, it's whoever can play best, whoever's going to be more consistent. The team plays that we've been seeing from both of these teams, I mean, back and forth pass plays have been insane. Jay already seeking for it. running out of boost a little early on. Not going to be able to hit there as Newt sends it out. Icy there to catch it. It's right back down into danger land, but Lavender able to send it out. And it stays steady as Miami tries to take possession. Sedge looking for an early shot. Jay with a nice save. And yeah, you're right. It's aggression from both teams right now.
I think something that's really interesting is that at the higher levels, it's a lot more about, yes, you're obviously trying to score, but it's a lot more about, I'm not going to let you score a single time on me. And what we're seeing a lot of here is, I don't care if you score, I'm gonna score more. And it's a really cool and fun way of playing and experiencing Rocket League. It's almost like if two fighters just agreed to meet in the middle of a ring and just punch each other nonstop, right? They don't care about the blows that they take. They're trying to knock the other one out. It's not about minimizing the damage that you receive. It's about maximizing the damage that you give. And this Miami team is really trying to be this heavyweight that sits there and just punches and punches and punches. But Buffalo has not faltered yet, and it's really impressive the way that they're handling this constant pressure off of Miami.
Buffalo with the lead right now is definitely the thing keeping Miami trying to attack. Icy off the ceiling with the shot. Squad with the follow. An insane play right now from Miami, tying up the series. Wow, insane. And that's exactly
how many novice players do you know can take an air dribble from the ground to the ceiling, shooting that back down, almost finding the top corner, and that's their sub. So unbelievable stuff from both of these offenses, as we've been talking about. But on defense, a great Newt comes out from Demo. A great demo comes out from Newt, and it's just gonna keep coming down to it. Who's able to slow down these massive shots and these massive punches, these powerful plays coming out from both squads? Who's going to be able to just defend a little bit better and survive a little bit longer?
If we have enough defense from both of these teams, we could see a Game 5 overtime, and it could be the biggest battle we've seen from Novice, probably all show matches of the season. Newt with a great save, but Icy not letting up. Miami looking for the goal to take him in the lead. Quaza hitting the backboard, but nobody else to follow after that. And Buffalo able to take just a little bit of a breath and a little bit of a reset, putting Miami back on the defensive. Now Icy trying to follow. Nope, never mind. Sedge is going to take possession. Possible dribble. Icy there with a great pinch. Both teams staying extremely consistent with their defense, and it's not let up from either of them.
Yeah, incredible stuff out of both squads here. Worth noting again, Miami is going to have the shot advantage in this game. So, but Sedge almost makes it out of ring. Newt! Oh no! Devastation for Newt off the crossbar. Still have offensive pressure. Sedge gets control, gets it past one. Jay's going to be a little bit awkward, and Newt is going to want that one back. Finding himself with an open net, puts it off the crossbar. Great composure, though. Still tries to keep it mid. Not going to get exactly what he wants. And Miami escapes by the skin of their teeth in that one. Unbelievably fortunate bounce for Miami there.
Miami and Buffalo both staying alive by the skin of their decals in question. No, wait, a possible corner. No, Icy, a great save, keeping Miami alive. Still continuing with it. Sedge gonna have to go on the defense. And with 10 seconds left, one of them either is gonna hit the back of the net, or we are gonna have a Game 5 overtime. Quaza popping it up. Sedge sending it down, hopefully making it go. Wait, Icy, it's still up in the air. Sedge to follow. Jay to the side.
Quaza.
Wait a minute. No, it's almost there. A follow from Sedge. Swing in.
And game 5, 0 seconds. Lavender Lamps, a full field bang off the backboard. Sedge finds it in the top corner. Go ahead, Nuki. Take the call.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. They came back, and like you said, they came back in Game 5. They didn't go for an overtime. They took it right then and there. That was incredible. I am
Wow,
shaking.
wow, wow. Yeah, wow, man. Holy shit. I think we're intended for mature audiences. I think you can swear here. That was fucking crazy. What? How do you go game 5 off a series like that? How are we tossing it across the whole field? How are we tossing it into the back of the net on 0 seconds? Unbelievable pressure from Miami all series. Unbelievable
Wow.
defense and counterattacks from Buffalo. Very arguably series of the season. It's going to be, it probably is in Novice. Although I believe the finals. I mean, that one went game 7 too. So Miami actually goes from losing game 7 of the finals in the major to losing game 5 on 0 seconds the next match. So a couple really tough breaks for them, but they're still top 3. So
Wow.
we got another match coming real shortly here.
Real shortly.
Professional between Las Vegas Bandits and Akron Kings. We're gonna try to get them in here really quick. A couple of the players have something at 9 o'clock Central, so in about 40 minutes. So we're gonna look to get this this turnover immediate. So don't go anywhere. We got some more great gameplay coming for you.
Stay here.
Got an ad in about 30 seconds, so we will make
We'll
sure
run
that
intermission
isn't.
then.
Yeah. And we will see you in a few minutes. McMaster
2
will
minutes.
be here. Great fucking
Yep,
caster.
McMaster.
I gotta stop swearing.
It was
That
intense,
series was
man.
crazy. That series was crazy.
It was
So
insane, bro.
thank you for casting it with me and being here with me.
Of course.
It was a pleasure, and I got to go make my RSC series. So
Yes.
shout out CSA, shout out both these teams. Incredibly hard fought series, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with some professional action. See you then.
Good evening, Rocket League fans, CSA fans more specifically, if you would like. I'm McMaster. You do not see me talking, but that is okay. Alongside me, Nuki, bringing you another match. Somehow, Nuki, we have to try to follow up what we just witnessed in the Novice Division. How in the world is the Pro Division supposed to match up to that?
Dude, Novice gave us quite an intense matchup. I mean, a insane game 5. Like, that was crazy. That was insane. And yeah, no, Professional's got something to make up for it.
Yeah, it's going to be... I hope we have a good series here. I mean, all the players have just joined in, so we're already set to go. Akron Kings, Las Vegas Bandits. Should be a great one. Honestly, I think we're set to send it to the field.
Let's do it. Let's get on the way. We gotta get them on the way. I know they have a lot more matches to get on to. We're good to go.
This one, just like the last one, set for a best of 5. Should be a fun one. Juxo Hose and CTN on one side. On the other side, we got Decaf, we got Carl's Nuts, and then obviously we have ourselves Cyan as well. And Cyan's looking for a shot right away, but Juxo's able to turn it away. Decaf now with the center. Carl, early pressure coming through from the Kings, but they're unable to break through the defense of the Bandits as CTN looks to return fire with an infield pass towards midfield. Decaf is going to be able to send it back, and just a little bit of a feeling out process early to start game 1.
Absolutely. Akron was seeing a little bit more aggression now, already flipping it back from Las Vegas. Far out. Ho's going to take it straight up the wall. Carl's straight there to counteract with him. A demo sends it over to Decaf, looking for a double, but it's not going to get there as Juxo sends it out. Cyan, a nice catch towards the corner. Possible pass. It's back and forth right now. It floats light right into the middle. Looks like Decaf tried for the pinch. Carl to the wall. Man, Akron is passing back and forth a lot of team plays from both of these franchises right now.
Cyan taking his time. A little bit of boost to work with. Taking towards net. Looking to play the 50, but Hose wise to it. Has one touch out wide, and Juxo's able to send it further. Now CTN towards the far corner. Extra touch around Decaf. Decaf once again just turning back, keeping the ball safe in the corner and keeping it tucked in tight. Hose up top. Met now up top by Decaf. Cyan to touch it even further. Juxo one towards the corner. Tried finding Hose, but unable to do so. Now CTN back downfield once more. Juxo over the top of one. Up against Carl. Does lose the 50, but Carl has no more boost, and Hose has an early challenge. CTN looking to continue the pressure off the backboard. No shot's going to come through. Instead, it's a double commit on the side of the Bandits towards the backboard. Carl's Nuts doesn't quite have the angle. What looks like a golden opportunity for the Akron Kings does go by the wayside, and both teams are still looking for their first.
Looks like Decaf taking it to the corner. Possible pass out. Hose. Great save. Already taking it and slowing it down. Juxo taking possession. But Cyan and Decaf, possible little double commit there. Sends it downfield. A back and forth as it bounces right back from yellow to red. And both teams just looking for the back of the net just to try and get the first goal on the board. We're almost halfway through regulation time. Decaf looking for a redirect. It almost hits Hose again. Juxo sends it downfield, trying to hit CT. But Akron able to hold him off. A good defense and offense from both of these teams right now. I mean, we didn't get to see prior predictions, McMaster, I'm sorry. But who do you think might take the whole series?
Now, see, it's kind of funny because I have my foot in both camps here. You know, the Bandits are my franchise. This is my team.
That's right.
Akron's my hometown. Akron's my...
Oh, man.
Akron's where it's at, really. It's hard to say, but right now, gonna have to swing towards the Kings. They are able to get there first, and with how it's been such a dry game offensively, honestly, this one might just be enough.
Taking the first goal for the lead, Akron. All they need to really do, hold defense, but if they can get the extra goals, it's a little extra cash or change in their pocket, holding them steady. Hose already looking for a little bit of a redirect that floats high if somebody can follow from Las Vegas. But Carl able to clear it out. Juxo looking for the follow shot. CT looking for the redirect, and it hits the net. Oh, a tie goal from Las Vegas. Both of these teams fighting, not wanting to let one get too far ahead of the other.
Maybe Akron's first goal was simply the first domino to fall. That is a fast response. A mere 11 seconds for the Bandits. And off a nice passing play, CTN with the tight angle is able to bury it on through. Now off the demo, Akron looks to respond in kind. Carl deep downfield. CTN with a light touch into the corner for the save. Decaf, one touch off the corner. CTN now back in towards the midfield. The demo means that Cyan cannot continue to apply pressure. Carl's Nuts taking his time in the corner. One touch for Cyan, not available to him. It's bouncing awkwardly in front of net. CTN has a shot. Decaf does get the save, and Juxo's rebound is denied. Defense looking a little bit worse for wear on the side of Akron, but when the offense continues firing as is, maybe they're able to hold on. Now 90 seconds to go. Each team with one goal. One more could be the decider. The Bandits look to put one on net. It's Juxo shooting low, but Decaf has it red.
Great save coming from Akron. Defense has been absolutely immaculate, if you might say. A possible double from Carl. No, a follow from Decaf. Oh no, a fall from Hose. Possible off the backboard, but a great save comes from CT, keeping it alive. Both teams still staying steady at one goal on the board, and this is only game one. If we see an overtime, it could be a back and forth all the way to game five, but a clear out wide shot from CT is what's going to send Las Vegas one up above Akron, already taking the lead right now. I know you said a minute ago that you were in fields of both, or your foot in both of these right now, and now it's looking like Las Vegas is going to take it. It's easy for you to swap back and forth. You can just say Las Vegas is going to win.
I didn't expect a full field Hail Mary to go the distance. I mean, that looked like prime Aaron Rodgers trying to find Jordy Nelson downfield, and he was able to do so. Just absolute bomb from his own backboard. That is genuinely one of the furthest possible shots you can have in this game. For it to float in is demoralizing for Akron, and Juxo's even able to extend the lead as well off the pass from Hose. 2 goals now, the lead for the Bandits.
Juxo, a great follow-up from a pass pinch from Hose, and now it does keep them in the lead. All they got to do, hold that nice defense. Don't let Akron get too comfortable pushing forward on offense, and they'll be able to take game one. Maybe that momentum can lead them all the way to a series victory, but we'll have to see as so many more games ahead of us. A pass from Decaf out to Cyan. Cyan, another possible recenter, but shut down. And now it stays stagnant. Hose looking for a possible shot, following it up. A flipper set, looking for the possible second, and it does hit the net right to the corner. Las Vegas taking a full lead. That could be the dagger for game one.
Well, this was a close game, at least for a majority of it, and then suddenly, after the first, the Bandits just decided to turn it on. 4-1 the scoreline now, in what has been a very strong second half of the game for the Bandits. 3-goal lead with only 20 seconds left, trying to make it 4, but a good save from Carl's Nuts will keep it out. But the time at this point is too far gone. May get one for the road, but that is ultimately all that is going to come about. 4-1 is the score line. The result of this game is not going to change no matter who scores next. Las Vegas Bandits, with a strong offensive explosion to end this game, will take game number 1 in strong fashion.
Exactly what I was not exactly expecting, to be honest, with Akron. I think they came out with the first goal. I saw a lot more aggression from them, but CT being the MVP from that game. 2 goals, 3 shots, a total of, 7 shots from Las Vegas, and a tie for the same shots on Akron. Just more of them seem to hit the back of the net from Las Vegas, and that's all it takes to get a victory.
Yeah, and I think one of the big things for the Kings was that the defense after that first goal seemed to be a little bit broken. Communication lessened, double commits came through a little bit, rotations looked off. It just seemed as though there was a little bit of a shift in mentality to where the Kings didn't feel indestructible anymore. That kind of confidence can't disappear, not against a team like the Bandits. These are 2 extremely strong teams in the professional division. When you give one team an inch, they're going to take a mile. The Bandits showed exactly that. Just as you had said, the shot counts were identical, and yet 4 goals were able to go through for the Bandits instead of the Kings. That is tough for the Kings, but for the Bandits, it's got to feel good to know that you were scored against first and you were able to fight back with such flair.
Yeah, definitely Akron going to be fighting to come back on this next game after Las Vegas with that nice game take. We'll see exactly what comes in from game 2. Already a lot of aggression coming from both of these teams. Carl looking for the corner, coming on down. Man, I'm seeing Akron possibly taking this game already. Cyan seeing the back of the net. Like I said a second ago, Akron wanting to take this second game, maybe put themselves back on an even playing field.
And that's a hot start. Cyan just getting it barely around Juxo. Juxo had the near post. The placement there had to be perfect from Cyan, and it was. This time we will not wait more than half the game for the first goal. We will simply have 9 seconds to wait, and Carl is possibly looking to make it a second early on, but Hose does turn it away lightly. Has Boost to work with as well. Doesn't have control of the ball, however, and Cyan's able to maintain an offensive possession. Decaf, extra touch towards the midfield. Carl waiting with no boost, but still takes full advantage of what is given to him. Off the backboard, Hose caught out of position, but the shot from Decaf not as accurate as he was desiring. Cyan looks to continue the offensive pressure on the side of the Kings, but CTN will have the clear.
Already looks like both of these teams fighting to take everything right now. I mean, Las Vegas only needing 2 more games, a possible sweep looking for them, but Akron definitely a great fight back, already being in the lead with 1 goal. Juxo coming in forward for Las Vegas, already trying to make another possible goal, but I mean, the team of Kings is not letting it slip up that easily, especially since they just need to hold defense, hold the lead that they have, sit comfortable, and get this second game win. Cyan taking possession over Hose's nose. Juxo there to follow, though, following it up to the corner, looking for a pass out, but Carl able to take it, and now Akron sitting real comfortable.
Yeah, looking to finally lock into the offensive half, and Decaf just shuts that down immediately. Juxo has to retreat. The corner boost does spawn, so he's able to fill back up his tank, taking the ball into the corner, but Carl's nuts just laying on the physical pressure, bumps, and never leaving the position. Hose having to relieve Juxo off of his responsibilities. Cyan back into the orange half once again. I mean, I know you said they can just play defense and hold on to this lead, you know, sit comfortably, but, I mean, way harder, or excuse me, way easier said than done. As we saw from last game, 1 goal did not make the difference on the side of the Kings. They're gonna, sure, it's going to feel nice, but they could, if they continue to play like this, they could easily just lock down this 1-0 game. However, Akron's not going to give, or excuse me, the Bandits are not going to give up that easily, but Akron is still trying to pour on the offense to the backboard. Juxo, unfortunate touch, Decaf with the center. Cyan is going to have the turn, tries finding Carl with the pass. I do love the team plays I'm seeing from Akron. They seem to be a lot more coordinated offensively this game.
Looks like Carl's trying to get a possible pass, but Juxo quick to shut it down and not let anything happen there. Still trying to get a goal on the board from Las Vegas, and Cyan trying to keep it up. A possible second goal from Decaf, and that puts 2 goals up for Akron. Looking really great offensively right now. It's definitely not what I was expecting after Las Vegas had that first game. I mean, we're seeing a lot more offensive plays than we were seeing earlier, McMaster.
This is a big turnaround, and this is a great way to answer back if you're the Kings. I mean, again, to be the team that scored first in game 1, then to give up 4 unanswered is a heartbreaking way of starting. They have answered back beautifully, and it has been a great job answering back in game number 2. They're possibly making another. Cyan's just sneaking downfield. CTN doesn't even know he's there. All the way up goes Cyan, read by CTN in the corner. Juxo with 1 touch. Looking to take it a little bit past Decaf. However, it falls into the hands of Carl's nuts. It's awkward, but Hose does have the read and gets over the top of 1. But still, the Bandits can barely break out of their own half. I don't have the stats on it, but I wish I had the sheer possession numbers. Right now, it's got to be 70-30. It seems though we've seen the orange half significantly more than we have the blue half this game.
Absolutely. Akron is pelting the board as they get another one from Cyan. A great pass play from Decaf. It hits the net again. Akron not letting Bandits breathe at all. They haven't got a single goal. Akron taking the second game as best and as far as they can. We could still see Bandits get back from this from a possible good couple plays that they can slip through, but Akron really swimming away with the lead right now. Carl, a great save. Juxo still trying to center it out. Akron, great bumps, great plays, as we're already seeing Carl try and hit Decaf with a great pass. Just back and forth from this team right now, and it's definitely the reason why they're in the lead.
Yeah, I feel as though the pace is picked up and the chemistry. There have been a lot more passing plays. The team on the side of Akron has looked significantly better as a cohesive unit. Hasn't been one single person with a standout performance. Everyone is doing their part. And that's what you have to do against a team like the Bandits. If you're not all working together, it is an extremely tough group to beat. But when you are linking up together, it can get very frustrating. The Bandits starting to show a little bit of frustration. The rotations not as sharp. They're a double commit defensively from Juxo and from CTN. Hose is now the only one left back, but Juxo is able to get a bump. Limited time on the clock for the Bandits. They need something right away if they want a chance here in game 2.
Akron still holding a strong lead. Yeah, Las Vegas really needing to get something on the board. With 30 seconds left, though, Akron holding defense so strong and still battering the side of Las Vegas. I don't see Las Vegas being able to take the second game. This will put Akron on a very even playing field. Decaf hitting just almost like a redirect off the players of Las Vegas, putting them 4-0. They're walking away with game 2, and they're doing it very comfortably. It's going to put them on an even playing field for series score, and it's definitely what they're needing at this point in time, especially since Las Vegas had such a great first game.
Yeah, this has been a dead sprint to the finish line for 5 full minutes. What a way to answer back for the Kings. They gave up 4 unanswered. This time have 4 unanswered of their own to take game number 2. The only difference is the Bandits don't have anything to cheer about with this game. There is no celebrating anything that has happened. It might even become 5 on the double comes. That's a huge exclamation point to close game 2.
Oh my, Decaf was not letting that possible goal get away from them. That was basically, I don't know if they got the first touch too, but that could have been a possible triple tap. But Akron walking away with game 2 is really what they were looking for. Las Vegas now needing to scramble back after a sweep from Akron. I mean, the scoreboards couldn't be more different if you break down the stats, McMaster.
No, and it's kind of weird to see these two teams looked entirely different from game 1. 5 straight for the Kings is massive, especially that last one. Decaf just really showing off, showing, as the players are joking around in the chat, why he was the offensive MVP to begin with. And you were right, by the way, it was a triple. That is correct. But I mean, if you're the Bandits, where do you go from here? There is 0 redeeming qualities regarding that game. That is a brutal loss.
It does seem like they're going to have quite a crawl back from where they have started. But, I mean, with the first game win, I don't see why they couldn't take this third game, put themselves back up in the lead. It's very, very possible, especially since they have been playing so comfortably. But Akron, I mean, playing just as comfortably is definitely putting them on their heels. We'll have to see how they perform coming into game number 3 here. What do you think is going to happen, McMaster?
I mean, there really is no telling. I mean, that great start for the Kings, though. I couldn't have predicted a kickoff goal right away. We're just getting shorter and shorter, but I don't think they're going to beat 2 seconds, honestly enough. What I was going to say is that these teams have kind of proven that momentum just doesn't physically exist. Because we had 4 straight goals from the Bandits to close game 1. Now it's been 6 straight from the Kings stemming from last game into this game. Neither of these teams care about momentum. They're going to play well regardless. Look at a pinch coming through from Juxo and CTN. It will not go through, and instead it's going to go against them. Just off the post, but Juxo's able to get the timely clear. Now looking for Hose, possibly 2-on-1 against Cyan. Looking for the fake, but 50's off the ceiling. CTN, the read, doesn't quite have it, and Decaf gets the clear. That was a golden opportunity for the Bandits. I really think they needed that one just to finally get something back behind them.
Especially since Akron coming out so quick. Like you said, we couldn't really beat a shorter goal than 2 seconds, but already taking the lead with 1 goal. That's kind of what they did in the second game that then ended up leading to a full sweep. Carl's nuts taking the game after that. And it seems to be them taking the lead, a sweep almost again right now. The Akron Kings seeking a lot from their defense. I am tongue-tied from their aggression. Decaf looking for a possible double. CTN there to meet him. And right now, Las Vegas really being put on their toes. Cyan, another follow shot. It's insane. I mean, McMaster, what do we make of this?
I don't know what to make this because I missed the second goal. I disconnected from the lobby in the second goal. I happen to come back and see Akron Kings already kicking the opponents who are already down on the ground. This is a beatdown being delivered by the Kings at the moment, and they could possibly even add another. Cyan linking up with Decaf. The bump from Cyan as well. What is going on? Offense is untouchable.
I mean, I can't even make this out. We're not even halfway through the third game, and oh my goodness, I'm tongue-tied again. Akron are looking to make 5-0 early on. That's how they won in game 2. I don't even understand. Las Vegas is really needing to kind of pull some things together, pull some strings, push together as a team, switch something up, get a goal, and break down this lead and the streak that Akron has going right now.
I mean, this is now 9 unanswered goals on the side of the Akron Kings. Again, how do you respond back from that? Here comes a shot from Juxo, but it just seems to be pot shots at this point. One and done. The team plays have disappeared. The first goal the Bandits scored in game 1 was off of a team play from Juxo feeding CTN. Since then, it has been all individual efforts. If they are able to lock it back down and again, go for those team plays or even start trying to incorporate physical plays, they could still have a chance. There is 3 minutes left. That is plenty of time. But with the way the Kings are playing, going at it solo is simply not the way to go about it. Juxo finally looking for a passing play to Hose, but with neither player having boost, nothing is going to come about, and it is still 4-0 approaching the halfway point.
Yeah, Akron really having good control over the field, good control over just about everything that's going on in order to have such a strong lead. And we haven't seen too much of a mishap, but I couldn't be the one to spoke until Cyan, a great clutch, a flipper set to clear it away, a nice pass out to Decaf with a possible power shot. It does slip through, a great team play. Now putting 5-0 on the board so early on in the game compared to game 2.
And to the surprise of no one, Cyan is once again running interference on the back line. He did it with the last goal. He did it just now, and that's why the defender had to take a high approach from the back line. If he went any lower, he was getting cleared and wouldn't have had a chance at the ball anyways. This is a very smart offensive scheme coming through from the Akron Kings, and the Bandits just simply haven't been able to answer it. They have nothing going for them offensively, and defensively, everything just seems to be getting more and more frustrating by the minute. But if these two teams have these two teams have proven that momentum really just is not a thing. I'm just slipping over myself all the time right now. The Bandits could come back and answer in game number 4, but at this point they're going to have to, because I don't think there's any coming back from this kind of deficit.
I don't know. When I'm on a streak, it really feels comfortable, and I know that right now it looks like Akron is very comfortable, but we do have to point out when you're too comfortable, that's when mistakes can happen. And at any point in time, Akron could slip up, but a 6-0 lead with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. It almost was 7 as Hose with a nice save, becoming the savior for this series. It means that they've put Akron has put a lot of goals onto the back of the net and shots. Cyan looking for a double. Juxo, great save. Las Vegas scrambling to stay alive here is what it feels like. Almost no air to breathe, being suffocated by the shots that Akron has put on. Carl's nuts looking for the net, and it does connect. It's 7-0 right now. What do we make of this?
I mean, I'm at the point where I feel bad. Like, Juxo even said in the chat perfectly, this is silly. This is just getting a bit ridiculous, and unfortunately, on the side of the Bandits, it's just getting worse. They haven't been able to do anything to slow down this offense. There seems to be double commits. They're getting outsped. The confidence is lacking. And honestly, if Akron wanted to, I think the Kings could try to put up double digits if they really wanted to lock this down. But I think from here, they're probably just going to chill out, relax a little. I don't know. You know what it is, a show match. You never know what these guys are going to do. But there is zero way the Bandits come back from this game. It is going to have to be 2 games in a row. And you know what? For good measure, CTN gets 1, so we have an official Brazil. And there goes the players yelling it in chat.
Yeah, right now, I mean, we're looking at runaway sweeps, and it's intense when Las Vegas has to climb back from this. Now Akron taking away the lead that they had series score-wise. Las Vegas having taken the first game, Akron taking game 1, and obviously here with game 2, it's going to be quite a fight. Las Vegas is going to have to tie it up, and we're going to have to look for a game 5 if they want to win, and Akron going to have that lead, that comfortable cushion, you might say, that could cause for a couple of slip-ups that we could see coming into game 4. But right now it's just kind of up to Akron to let the game run on down.
Yeah, from here, this is academic. I mean, the time is simply going to run on out. It does not matter from here what does and does not happen. It would feel nice for the Bandits if they could get another for the road. It'll feel nice, assuming the scoreline stays this way, that they were the last team to score. Other than that, though, again, what kind of redeeming qualities really are there to take away from this game? You got 1 goal when you were down 7. It was a consolation prize at that point. It wasn't at a point early in the game where it mattered all that much and certainly didn't have an effect on the result. I don't know if you're in the Bandits camp what to even say at this point to try to remotivate yourselves.
Yeah, to be honest, looking up at the score right now, 700s from Cyan and Decaf, and then they had a total of 11 shots, and 7 of those hit the net. 7 of those, that's an insane shot percentage for accuracy for that entire team. And it's definitely the reason why they're in the lead, especially since game 2, such an incredible lead. And they took that score so early on and almost doubled it by the time that we got to the end of game 3. They're definitely going to be looking for the victory for game 4 to take the sweep.
Yeah, I mean, as you had said, the shooting accuracy in terms of total shots and goals was insane. 2 players being above 700 points is also mental. No one does that. No one should be able to do that against a team in the same division as them. It doesn't make sense what we're witnessing from the Kings, but I guarantee you, they're laughing all the way to the bank. This is the best experience that they've ever had. To come out and score 12 straight goals against a team that just beat you 4-1 is unreal. Someone's going to have to give the Bandits a professional speech to try to bring them back into this. Maybe watch some David Goggins videos, like ask him who's going to pull the boats.
Oh, man.
I don't know what it's going to take, but the Bandits have to do something, and literally they have no choice but to make it this game.
Whatever they're listening to, they need to stop listening to it and focus up. A redirect from Cyan. What an insane play coming from Akron already. Wow, a flip reset, take control, pass out to Decaf, a touch. What? McMaster, I'm lagging. I can't even make out what just happened there.
No, this is just brutal. Nothing about this even seems right anymore. I mean, it was a stolen goal, sure, but it looks a lot better as a back and forth passing play. Decaf is going to take control in the corner, but 1-0, and Decaf broke rule number 1. You know what? That might you breaking rule number 1 should be grounds for disqualification, but they don't care. That's 2-0 to the Kings already. Just 43 seconds in. Why not just continue burying the Bandits? This is unreal.
It must be hometown energy, McMaster. With hometown energy in here, I mean, you're obviously that's
so
just giving them all the power. It's just
I'm so torn.
It's so intense, man. It's definitely why the reason. I mean, they're 2-0. If we're gonna see a 5-0 this early, this is gonna be bad. But we're almost seeing a follow-up. Juxo trying to look for it. It's just a little shy. Las Vegas really scrambling together, looking to try and get something on the board. They haven't scored in 2 games, Carl. Looking 3-0. They haven't scored in 3 games so far. Wait, hold on. No, they scored. I'm sorry. They scored last game. Hang on. Hold on. Look, I got carried away there.
But again, though, the 1 goal they did have, they were down 7. It could have been 0, but I mean 4-0 now. So that is. Okay. So how many goals is this in 3 games now? 16 goals. Yeah,
yes,
that's right. In the last 3 games from Akron, it's been 16 goals. What is this defense of the Bandits? What are they supposed to do?
I mean, the defense is somewhat there. The shots in total were 11 last game, so they held some off, but they're not holding it off enough. And it seems like they're staying too far on defense. I really wish I could have Carl up right now. You could see the defensive percentage that there was in comparison how long they stayed on defense. And they need to start rallying their offense together. They've been pinned in a corner, pinned up against the back wall, unable to breathe and get some room to actually make something happen. And every time that they do get an opportunity, it's smacked right back. Carl taking it for the mid. A nice save from CTN, but it floats mid again. Decaf trying to follow it up. We could see another shot from Akron as it hits the backboard. Carl still following up. Akron battering Las Vegas right now.
Look at this, good interception from CTN, but again, Carl's nuts in the right position, looking to pass towards Cyan. Hose does cut it out. with the one touch towards the sidewall. Decaf doesn't have it red, and the demo could open things up. Juxo's got no more boost. Hose is going to collect possession and boost. CTN waiting in the midfield. Shot, back post, just off target. I mean, it is the Bandits' luck at this point. The shot careening off the post, and that sound is, well, music to the ears of the Kings, and just an absolute nightmare fuel on the side of the Bandits. That is brutal. We're now just reaching the halfway point. The Bandits still looking for one. CTN to the backboard. Is a player there. It is Juxo, but his shot is saved out wide by Carl's Nuts again. The offense for the Bandits just seemingly can't get it together.
Akron still sitting really comfortable. 4-0 cushion right now. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left. Juxo almost faking out the entire defense, about to put a goal on the board, but somebody there just in time to save it. The breakaway ball to Cyan right now, taking possession, trying to pass it out. Decaf there for the redirect up. It still floats light over to CTN. Juxo now able to put it through, and Las Vegas able to get one on the board. McMaster, they have a goal on the board now. Do you think that they're going to end up with a comeback? Do you think we'll see game 5, or is Akron just going to be able to hold it?
I mean, right now, even with the one goal and a good amount of time remaining, I don't quite see how I could possibly call this a comeback just yet. I mean, the offense for the Bandits just hasn't quite been there enough. They got one, great. You have to now replicate that 3 times over the next 2 minutes. And with the demo, it's not going to help, but CTN's double could help. Decaf still has a red. Juxo looking to stay on top of the position. It's Hose. Hard shot towards the top of the net. Cleared out wide by Cyan and off the bar. CTN infield pass. Juxo there on target. Decaf the save. Hose to follow. You know what? There is life.
There is life indeed. Las Vegas is showing proof of it. Decaf had a nice save there. Hose just followed it up. All 3 players from Las Vegas really reading each other's minds there, knowing exactly when to push forward. And they're fighting for it. They want to have game 5. They want to have an opportunity. It's only 2 goals away. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left, they definitely have the opportunity as CTN takes possession. A flipper set over. Possible pass, but Juxo just a little short. Cyan's going to take it over to the wall, take possession, looking for a pass, but CTN a great 50 to shut him down. 1 minute left on the clock, still looking for 2 goals from Las Vegas, and Akron still sitting super comfortable. Carl down to pass from Cyan, is looking for the corner, but it comes up just a little shy. Oh my goodness, still an open net, and it does float over the head of CTN. Akron 5-2, 50 seconds left. I don't know if that would have broke the spirits of Buffalo, but it did break the spirits of me.
Yeah, barred down just when he thought that the woodwork was starting to work in favor of the Bandits. Akron say, no, we got this guy on our side. Bar down and through. Go the Kings, and with 53 seconds left, it might all be but over. Decaf looking to make it one more on the pass towards Cyan, and Hose gets pumped out by CTN. Around Juxo goes Carl. Up top, red by Hose. Limited boost in the tank. Cyan's going to be there first. CTN now looking for Hose downfield. Decaf, though, is up first to it once again. 30 seconds are left. It's going to have to be a goal every 10 seconds for the Bandits to fight back, but I just don't see it happen. It seems to be too little too late.
Yeah, definitely Akron running away with another possibility. Nah, not a possibility, a definite game here. 18 seconds, Cyan, a flipper set, looking for the 50. Juxo, good save, but it's not going to be enough. With 10 seconds left, it does look like Akron's going to shut him down with an insane sweep for series 3-1. Your hometown, McMaster, you had the energy, you put it forward. What an insane set of events. Congratulations, Akron. Wow. What do you say, McMaster?
I say I'm torn in half, man. It's my franchise, my hometown. I really didn't know who to root for, but it is a gentleman's sweep in the end on the side of the Bandits. That was just an offensive explosion that came through. Not really much more can be said about it. Ultimately, the offense that needed to show up on the side of the Kings did. It wasn't there game 1, but that didn't matter, and it surely didn't stop them from believing themselves. They were able to just lock it on in. The offense blew up. Extremely strong showing, and they earned the dub.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Well, congratulations to Akron. I mean, definitely the reason on why they took the win. Las Vegas definitely put up a bit of a fight, but it wasn't enough. I mean, they definitely kept them at bay. Well, McMaster, do you have anything to say before we finish off our CSA show match for tonight?
Am I allowed to plug? Yes, no? Is that legal?
Yeah, fuck.
All right,
you're already part of it right now.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, as Nuki said, I'm McMaster. I haven't been around for as many of the Bandits matches as I'd like to because different things have been up, but I'm going to be more active as we go along with CSA. I was able to cast some grand finals. You can find me on Twitch at K4McMaster. You can find me as well on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at K4McMaster, Instagram at K4.McMaster. It's been a good time. It's unfortunate for the Bandits they weren't able to get it done, but Akron, I mean, they looked ridiculously good. And if I'm in the Pro Division, I would not look forward to facing that team each week. That would suck.
Yeah, that was intense. Yeah, so McMaster's the franchise caster for Las Vegas Bandits. If you want to see more matches, make sure to follow, make sure to subscribe to Car Soccer Association. Do ! I think it's Discord. If you want to join CSA, make sure to do that. It's an awesome league. You can also find me. It's Nuki_ over here on Twitch. I stream for the franchise of Stallions. But if you do want to see more, like I said, follow. This was Nuki. Rob was here earlier. Yeah, I wish he could say goodbye. And this was also McMaster. Everybody have a great rest of your night.